The Paris Climate Conference is over. World leaders backslapped each other before jetting home on their respective Air Force Ones. And this time, Canada wasn't even the woolly mammoth in the room. The Paris Agreement is supposed to limit the planet's fever resulting from human infection. With little more consciousness than bacteria, we are killing our host. The Paris Agreement is supposed to keep the climate from heating up more than 2 degrees. To do that, 195 countries will have to cut, cap, or mitigate their carbon addiction. When I was a kid, 'twas said that when everybody in China and India got a refrigerator for their steaks, the world was doomed. For the planet to stand it, billions would just have to stay poor. But if human civilization wants to see the next century, everyone will have to drive less, localize, and eat less meat. China is the world's biggest polluter. But over the last 5 years, it has installed 40% of the globe's total wind and solar infrastructure. Too bad they also opened a coal-fired generating plant every week. India is the world's 3rd biggest carbon emitter. But they are planting billions of trees and installing enough solar and wind to supplant 350 coal-fired generating plants. However, they're also trying to produce the world's cheapest gasoline car. Not much support for the Paris Agreement in the US. Republicans just see climate change as an international welfare scheme. The US is the world's 2nd highest emitter, and the US military is the world's worst organizational polluter. Starting in 2020, the Paris Agreement will make available 100 billion greenbacks so that poor countries won't try to burn their way to advanced economies. To put that in perspective, that's world military spending for 1 month. It's actually estimated that the real cost of making the world sustainable is $50 trillion. So it would take the world's military budget for 30 years to beat them swords into windmills. The good news is we know where the money is. The trick is getting those fossil fuel and military industrial complex guys to profit off stuff that doesn't bang or burn. But hey, the Keystone XL pipeline is dead, Shell is pulling out of Arctic drilling, and I haven't heard that oxymoron clean coal in a while. And the Pope's on side. So there are a few hopeful signs. I'll try to stay hopeful. For the kids. In Toronto, for Rabble TV, I'm Umberto da Silva wishing you a merry holiday and a happy new world.